Okay, so we're on the final chapter, and we're gonna start as Luke, the asshole himself. No love for Ashton. I guess respect for Rebecca, Marianne. Hana is not quite there, but who knows? And Isabella is Zachary is neutral. So, without further ado, after another long and exhausting day at work, and I still have much to do. Sometimes I wonder why I still bother. I can surely afford to retire, leave the businesses to trusted colleagues. Let me close the door. Even if they make enough to only break even, I have enough money to last us a lifetime or 3. I could send 7 children to college if I had any. Not that I plan to. But the problem is obvious, isn't it? I don't trust any of the lot. It has to be me, because they might get it wrong. I don't want to retire and suddenly wake up one day only to find that everything has gone down the shitter. Maybe I should hire Makala as a personal assistant. She seems capable and trustworthy enough. It's hard to find someone who isn't trying to butter me up and trying to curry flavor with me.
Christ, I'm knackered. Who do I have to kill to have fewer problems around here?
Jeez. I'm not really allowed to complain. I chose this path. But that doesn't stop me from doing so, as I throw my shoes off and let them land wherever they please. Petty, maybe, but there's a certain joy that comes with stepping on the carpeted staircase with nothing but my socks on. I'll accept no distractions. I can call up Johans for a sandwich, but that's probably it. Oh yeah, and I read his profile too, just a little bit. That guy is actually a prostitute's son, and that must have been hell, so no wonder he's an ass. Wait, what's her name? Lucael Michelle Luke Wright? Huh. So that's why you're saying, like, you don't deserve... Hana doesn't deserve you. Nah. Because, well, you grew up a very abused and rough childhood. So... I've got a suitcase filled with contracts to check over and sign before I can retire for the night. I'm also waiting for a call from Suarez, I guess, for any news update regarding the IT leaks, a real cause for concern. It's the reason there have been investigations on me. Had it been a new thing, I would let it run its course. But it's been going on for far too long, near 3 years, for me to just take on a passive role in the affair. Alright, today is the 29th, so... Oh yeah, this is when she's possessed. I've only kept my head this far because I managed to migrate most of the damage with several favors, and some grand puppeteer to ensure the high-profile law enforcement and government officials keep me out of trouble. But who knows how long it can stay that way? Powers are shifting, and the current can be unpredictable. This whole exit business is already shaking things up and upsetting the balance. It's only with great care that I stay where I am, but the smallest of efforts can unravel all that I've done. It certainly won't help if I am being accused of things, whether I'm guilty of them or not. Because some computer chump thinks he could play a game with me. And well, shit. It will be a miracle if I get to sleep tonight, though that is hardly surprising news. But before I can even take a step into the study, a voice from the bedroom calls out to me.
Luke, darling, you're finally home. Why don't you be a dear and come in here?
And I hesitate for a moment. I do have work to be done, but I suppose greeting my wife as I get home is only proper. I have already been gone for most of the week, unless I needed to be here for work on the house. So, with a sigh, I head towards the bedroom. Oh, hi! Really? Well, I could already tell this is not gonna be suitable for advertisers. Yes, I finally got that, actually. Just today. It was like 5 pages. And it's mostly... It's mostly game... Well, pretty much all I do is gameplay, but... Also some funny stuff that I didn't even cuss in. I was just laughing. Especially in this League of Legends clip where I'm just laughing because these bots are just standing there because of a ward, and once that ward is gone, I died. But how is that not suitable for advisors? It was just a clip too. But yeah, it's mostly Steins Gate, and the letter actually, because of, you know, Blaze, the scenes it has, the mature scenes, which I agree they're mature, but sure, a bloody, like that last video, a bloody house images, it's still monetized, while there was a bar scene with Isabella and Rebecca arguing. I mean, I probably said some cuss words, but it was just arguing compared to a bloody house scene, so I don't get how that... I don't know. It's stupid. But here we are. So, and this, I know this is not gonna be advertised because I'm staying here far too long looking at her fishnet legs. But anyway, the feelings that came to me as I entered the room are definitely mixed. For one, I am somewhat floored by the sight that greets me. Then there is confusion. Exasperation is strangely there as well. And, as to be expected, there is desire. She is a divine goddess, or rather, she is a horrible temptress. What man wouldn't be attracted by that? I guess they could be a sausage... Wait, what? I guess they could be a sausage jockey. But that is beside the point, and is not relevant to the situation I found myself in right now. This is nice and all, but why does she have to go and do this now, of all nights?
My love, the bed is awfully cold without you.
Slutty Hannah, that's an achievement. Oh great, yeah. This is definitely gonna get not suitable for advertisement. The matter of fact is, I've never seen Hana all primed up like this since our first year of marriage. There must be something special to bring on such an act. Our wedding anniversary has already passed, so that can't be it. Hana's birthday is in April, and mine is in August. So it can't be any of those either. So what in bloody blazes brought this on? Is Hana drunk?
Why don't you just, you know, take a rest? I'll be busy all night.
Is that answer too cold? I don't mean it to be. She certainly doesn't look amused.
Come on over and stop being a boring old man. Work can wait.
Maybe I can entertain her? Just for a while? It is a tempting idea. But no, I'll never get any work done that way. and imagine how horrible it would be to get a call from Suarez in the middle of a shag. That would certainly kill the mood and piss me off more than anything. It'll be even worse if Kylie steals the phone from him, as the little ankle biter is prone to do unless her father is locked in a room. Just thinking about the possibility is weird and turns me off from even trying anything.
I'm afraid it can't, Buttercup. But hey, it's Sunday tomorrow. We can go out for dinner right after. Somewhere nice like that Italian restaurant you wanted to try out?
Why don't we skip dinner tomorrow and eat out tonight?
Whoa there, why don't we slow down? Looks like someone is in the mood, but hey, there's a time and place for everything.
No, she is possessed. Where is her? She is clearly possessed. I grew up in a house where sex was a constant thing. Yep, definitely flagged. It's just a thing that the body does, more or less. Sometimes it comes with social implications, supposedly, with paper-thin walls, and a mother with that horrid job of hers made me think that way. But I learned later on that it isn't the case for everybody. Suffice to say, this is really odd, for her at least. I am quite sure she never grew up in a sexually promiscuous home like I did. She grew up with a well-to-do, normal, and decent family. And in the 7 years we've been married, she never acted this aggressive about sex. We do it when the mood comes to that, but never like this. And when I'm in the mood, and she isn't, that's about the time I go around town to have my back scratched. I got nothing to be guilty of, I believe, as long as it's just a lust and not love. That's a good way to explain it, I guess. I'm just really confused and trying to come to grips with reality as it presented to me.
Well, this is the place, but now is not a good time, darling. Like I said, I have plenty of important work to be done.
Okay, she's gonna yell out.
Any other night, this would be great. Excellent, splendid. But not right now, okay?
I suppose if that's what you want, I can have my prince another time.
A chill runs up my spine as she calls me that again. My prince. Is she going through some midlife crisis? I know she's not the sort to play pretend with that sort of thing. Now that I think about it, this is probably some dream. Perhaps I've been exposed to something? Jesus, I've gone and fucked my own brain over. That can be the only explanation. Or at least, the only explanation my mind wants to accept right now. But if it were, I should probably accept her offer, no? But on the off chance it isn't, I shouldn't. Either choice, fuck someone over, quite literally at that.
Yes, that's right. Another time. So if you could put your dress back on. It's really chilly right now, isn't it?
What's with that?
You don't want to catch a cold if we're going out tomorrow.
Thankfully. Oh god, yeah, thankfully. She's done as she's told, which puts this strange episode to an abrupt end. Yeah, sorry, I had to inspire the novel. I can't really... Well, I could block it. But where's the fun in that? I already shown blood. This is minor. Unfortunately, she had to put her dress back on so painfully and seductively slow. I suspect she knows the things she does to me. As much as I like to have the engine running, there are things to be done to make sure we can keep on enjoying a glamorous life as we do now.
I'm starting to think you don't find me beautiful anymore.
Hey! Look, her eyes are shadowy, and she's wearing the necklace.
Is that what brought this on, then? You are an angel, a goddess, Hana. Of all the flowers in this garden, you are by far the most beautiful and rarest of them all.
By far.
Every bloke would want to be with you, and every lady would want to be you. I'm sure it goes the other way around, too. I'm lucky to have you, and I don't know how you put up with the likes of me. I'm really sorry, darling, but it really isn't a good time.
I don't quite think little Luke is up for some fun just yet either. Little Luke. Not after the blow she had been dealt with by a violent Ginger Harper. Really? It does hurt me to see her upset because of something I've done or said. It always does. One can't always get his or her way though. At least society would like you to believe in order to soften the blow of a disappointment. And I'll have to take their side on that, just this once. Pulling her in for a hug and a peck of the cheek, I'm quick to pull away before I change my mind and make it more than that. I can at least give her those.
Chin up and smile. You'll get wrinkles frowning like that. And beauty sleep helps.
Of course, my prince. I suppose I can do with the sleep.
The smile that lights up on her face is enough to make me forget about the oddity that had just transpired. I still don't understand this whole prince thing, though I'll let it slide for now. Seeing her with her golden locks and that silver dress, it almost makes me... what am I saying? It almost makes her queenie, with due respect to her majesty, of course. Despite that, there is just something off.
Hana, before I go, what happened to your necklace? The blue diamond?
At least he recognizes that. The fact that she seems confused feels off.
Whatever do you mean? Oh, that old thing. It's somewhere in the vanity drawer, I think.
And to be so aloof about it.
What? But wasn't that from your father?
It was a priceless heirloom, to be exact, handed down from one generation of Evans to the next, whether it be to a wife or a daughter of an Evans. I know that Hana treasured it so, especially after it was given to her with her own mother's passing. Aw. Damn. Then what is with that ugly thing dangling around her neck? It looks more like a choking hazard than anything.
It was, of course it was. I just thought a change would be nice.
I don't think I've seen her wear anything else in its place. A change it is, but not an entirely welcome one at that.
I see. I suppose that makes sense. Well, not that it matters, but I like the old necklace better. At the very least, we can have it cleaned and polished while you're not wearing it. Remind me to have that done in the morning.
How generous of him.
Whatever you wish, my prince.
Right. You have a good night then, Buttercup.
With a shake of my head, I don't waste any more time than I already done. Heavy suitcase in hand, I head straight into the study and dive right into the contracts. There's a whole stack of them too, mostly to do with property management. Nevertheless, careful work needs to be put into them, as with everything else. My attorneys have already checked them over, but I like to be precise. I'm not going to sign if there's even a single line I do not like. It's a long way into the night when a coldness envelops the room. I suspect at first that it's merely just the usual chill, but the heaters have been turned on as the strange sunny weather that's been gracing us as of late has come to an end. The door is barely open, just by a crack, though I shut it in case that might help. Satisfied, though not as much as I would have liked, the room still feels freezing. I make my way back to the mess of documents waiting for me at the table. Just a few more, and I can get that well-deserved rest, get out of this place, and dive into warm comforts of my bed. Then maybe, if Hana's still up for it, well, it's more than enough motivation. Parking my rear back on the chair, I begin my work with the last of the blasted papers, more than ready to be done with everything and turn in for the night. Only for another chill to startle me to stop. And that's when I feel the hairs on the back of my neck stand on end. Eyes boring at the back of my head, a brush of air just at the now, and when I glance back, oh, hello! Reflected in the lone portrait in the room, someone stands behind me. Just by the study door I closed moments ago, though I did not hear it open. Perhaps it is Hana, trying to be sneaky, or Johan, being a bellnut of a spook as usual.
Do I really have to ask people to knock before they enter? Seriously now, this is anarchy, and I'll have you know...
I turn, but there's nothing.
Huh. Must have been a trick of the light. It is getting late, and I should really go to bed myself. Just have to finish looking over a few more contracts, and...
Yes, just finish signing these, and I can have some rest. Maybe arrange for a day off in the morning. Signing, I steel myself for a long night of dry paperwork. Still, the feeling that I'm being watched stays with me all through the night. That was a quick day. And now we have a dinner date. Oh, look at that. Well, at least it's not a picture of Hana on the bed. And with the sun rising comes another disturbance. Both too loud and too sharp for my taste. And I have very fine taste. When the piercing rings of a doorbell reaches even the study, I'm very much inclined to think the person who built this place lacks any sense of it. Perhaps the only thing good in this is that the ruckus has chased away the needingly guilt from last night's commotion, if only temporarily. Still, it's a bloody annoying distraction. I can tell already that it is going to be a long day. It hasn't even started. Before the racket even lasts another minute, I'm peeling myself off the chair and heading straight for the main door. There will be a bloody murder today if this doesn't let up. How quaint. It seems everything in this blasted universe is intent on getting in my nerves as of late.
Gordon Bennett! Only a Nancy would knock at such an ungodly hour!
In the first place, I shouldn't be the one doing this. This is why I hired a velvet, for fuck's sakes.
Where's that damn butler when I need him?
I'll be honest, if only for today. With the mansion this quiet at this hour of the morning, it's easy to believe those little ghost stories might be real. But the only horror here is how odd my own wife has been acting as of late. There's no place for fear when another set of problems already burns that fuel. So I wait for another second. When no butler still answers my call, I simply yank the doors open myself, perhaps with more force than needed. And maybe it should be appropriately there, considering the person on the other side and the hour he dared appear on my doorstep. Even someone with a half a brain knows not to disturb anyone this early. Brief confusion quickly gives way to anger, and before the bloody photographer can even get a word in, I'm hurling venom at him. It's less than he deserves, really. Hana will disapprove, scold me for treating the photographer with such disrespect if she hears me right now. She seems fond of him, after all, despite meeting him only once or twice. He's merely doing his job, she'll say. But she's not here, isn't she? What she doesn't know.
You? How the hell did you get in here? What in 7 hells do you want? It's bloody 6 in the morning!
Listen, sir, I know this is not a good time.
Oh, it's not a good time! Did you even check the clock before coming here? I bet you didn't!
I like his voice when he's angry. I think that's a bad thing. This is still my home. My rules also apply to this place as much as Hana's do. Simple as that.
Unlike you, the ones living in this house need to sleep.
It just so happens is also a person I will never take a liking to. No need for remorse.
Come back when people are actually awake, or I'll call security on you.
He continues shouting, even as I slam the door in his face. Some nonsense about the news lately, though I don't understand most of it. However, with the closed doors muffling the better part of it, and with no ears to listen, his tirade doesn't last too long. Eventually, he leaves, and silence once again fills the room, as it should. In hindsight, maybe I should also call for physiatric services. He certainly sounds mental just screaming like that. A suspicious man like him, left roaming the media grounds, nothing good can come of it. But if his presence will indeed bring a problem, a sign of bad things to come, I'll probably know soon enough. Worst comes to worst, Johans will take care of it if need be. It's what I'm paying him for. In the meantime, I need rest. Even for just a few hours. My lovely wife's still fast asleep when I finally join her in our bed. As odd as she has been acting lately, her company is nice after spending long, grueling hours going through business documents. Then again, it's not like I'd be losing out much if I take a break or two. In fact, all I have to do is say the word, and Vance General Electronics stock are going to go down. That's the least I can do after Rochelle Vance's outburst during the party. I highly doubt she will be Rochelle Lee for long, not if Harvey has any sense in him. So, with a sigh, I drift off, setting aside my problems, if only for a few hours. ... Waking up to find my bed empty hours later is a strange sensation. Not to speak ill of Hana, but I always woken up first. Even in the early years of our marriage, mostly because I've always been accustomed to doing so. As a child, I woke up early to escape the house before one of Mother's scheduled day clients came in. Later on, it was to assist with breakfast and to prepare for school. And it just kept with me through the years for one reason or another. If there was no reason to wake up at 6 in the morning, my mind would always find reason to. To work, to nurse a terrible hangover, to make sure I was the one leaving the bed first, just because, and not the other way around. Checking the time on my phone shows that it's already half past 8. But what can I do about it? Getting up is an entirely different problem on its own. Waking up after getting only a few hours of sleep in has my body stiff and sore and my mind feeling lethargic. A part of me wants to go back and doze off again, an alien feeling to me, but it's already far too late for my taste. All I can manage is to sit up before there's a knock on the door.
Yes, come in. I'm decent. I don't see why you have to knock.
Even if I was only in my knickers, there's only 2 others inside the house aside from myself. I've arranged for the staff to have the Sunday off, what with it so close to a holiday anyway, so that I can have some peace and privacy, or privacy. The security outside the house doesn't count, of course. There's no need for Hana to knock, so I expect to see the butler and ready myself for reproach. To see that it is Hana is odd, but not a cause for concern. Most likely she too found it strange to see me still sleeping and let me indulge. Yet there is something off. I just can't put a finger on what it is. Whatever it is, I can't wait. Besides, when there are strange things, it is better to wait them out, as they often become apparent with time. Not that I should complain when she greets me with a sunny smile on her face and a tray of food.
Oh, good morning, dear. It looks like I overslept, huh? I haven't had that pleasure in a long while.
You should really indulge in it a bit more, my prince. I hope you do not mind, but I made breakfast for you.
Is this odd, too, Luke? I've been expecting her to tell me that she brought the meal. I've been expecting her to tell me that she brought the meal up in order to eat together, not that she made it. For in all our marriage, Hana had never cooked once. Though I can hardly find it in me to question her efforts, unless she is trying to poison me. Perish the thought. But she carries with her a platter of pies, delicious looking, round pockets of goodness. I'll have no second thoughts in fishing one off the plate with a hum. In fact, it smells divine and looks the part as well. The crust from outside looks like it's been baked to a golden and flaky perfection. The egg wash wasn't forgotten either, giving it a nice finish.
You made these? You're not pulling my leg, are you? These look great.
I make only the best for you, my love. Do try it out yourself, yes? I want to see what you make of it. Perhaps I will be able to prepare more meals for you in the future.
Breakfast in bed? You spoil me, darling. Well, I can't say no to that, can I? Bon appetit.
The crust of the pie breaks easily with a bite, and I'm greeted with the taste of nice buttery pastry. But looking back down at the pie, I feel a bit put off. What? What? Oh! Oh my lord! Is that hair? What is that? The meat is red and a tad bit soggy, though I can't place what would make it that way. It tastes of turkey, more than beef, though an old one at that. Ugh. There's no real sauce, marinade to excuse the juice. It tastes like turkey that has been kept too long in the fridge after being roasted and carved. Definitely white meat, at the very least, and well done as well. The thing is tough though, stringy and sunny, which would say it's more muscle than anything. And
Ugh, what is...
I sputter, try to spit out whatever it might be. A few fine strands of something thankfully comes out. Although, if I swallowed any, it's far too late. Not unless I want to act like a cat trying to cough up a furball. It's just unfortunate the odd sensation of it being stuck in my throat still lingers, even as I down the glass of juice she has brought with the meal. Don't tell me it's red.
Buttercup, are you sure the ingredients you used are clean?
Oh, I do apologize. That must be... You know, Chef has been feeding some stray cats lately.
Oh.
There are some roaming around the property. I saw him petting one just the other day during his break. Said he found it in the cellar. But you have nothing to worry about, my love. I took care of it.
She laughs then, probably because of the funny look on my face. But I just have this funny image in my head of Hana chasing after a cat to shoo it away. We aren't cat people, but I doubt that means she would be cruel to the feline.
Maybe the other pies are clean.
I don't quite have the appetite for breakfast anymore. But thanks. Bloody cats.
If that is what you wish, all the same, it will give me more time to spend with you.
Oh.
You will spend time with me, yes?
Oh God. I did tell myself that I would let myself have the day off today. But she doesn't know that. And I can't help but feel that offness again as her eyes burn through me. There is an eagerness there, a hunger, which makes my skin crawl. An unnatural reaction. I can do little else but nod, because answering otherwise seems the wrong thing to do.
Would it please you to have some tea then? I can fetch it if you wish.
Pushing myself off the bed, and with a groan, I roll my eyes and sigh. The creak I feel in my neck is easily taken care of, and I try to flatten my bed head to something a bit tamer. All throughout, Hana still watches me, expectant and daunting.
No need for that. We can have tea in the parlor, if you don't mind. Really now, Hana, there's no need to busy yourself over it.
Would it please you to have some tea then? I can fetch it if you wish.
That is not the dialogue. I shall go ahead and prepare the parlor then.
Just relax.
I barely said 2 words before she's out the door, however, and I'm left speaking to air.
Hana? What is up with that woman?